Hello everyone. Uh, I suppose by now you have already copied the theory that I have given you yesterday. So today we are starting a new chapter, ratio and proportion. It is a very important chapter. A lot of questions comes in the ICSE from ratio and proportion. Okay. Now out of this ratio and proportion is more important for you. A ratio is just to build the basics for proportion. Okay, most of the questions will come from proportion. Okay, you can expect at least 2 questions from proportion, maybe 8 marks, at least 8 marks from proportion. Okay, so let's start the chapter. What is a ratio? A ratio is a comparison of two quantities of same kind by division. Very simple. Ratio is simply comparison. Okay, you just compare two quantities of same kind, like you can compare weight with weight, you can compare height with height. Let me give you an example. Let's say there is a person A whose weight is 70 kg and there's a person B whose weight is 50 kg. Then what will be A is to B, if you ask me? Then that's very simple. You just have to divide 70 divided by 50, 0 cancels, that will be 7:5. Remember, ratio is always reduced to the lowest term, reduced to lowest terms. What does that mean? That means simply that you just have to cancel what till it is cancelable, okay, as much as you can. Okay, whereas remember, what will be B is to A? B is to A will be something different now, because you have to write 50 first and 70 down, so 0 gets cancelled. It will be 5:7. Clearly we see that A is to B is different from B is to A, because A is to B is 7:5, whereas B is to A is 5:7. They are completely different. Okay, so remember that when the order changes, okay, when the order changes, okay, let me write it down here. The change in order changes the ratio, you can say that. Okay, when the position changes, the ratio also changes. Remember that. Okay, very simple. We have been doing ratio earlier also. Okay, now if let me highlight this as well. Okay, if A and B are two non-zero quantities of same kind in same units, then the fraction A is to B is called the ratio of A and B. It is written as very simple. So fraction, when A is to B is converted into fraction, it's A by B. Yeah, see, look at this. Therefore, A is to B is equals to A by B, as I'm highlighting you. How do you read this, by the way? How do you read this? You read this as A is to B. This double dot you see here, let me write here, double dot, this is called is to. Okay, great. Okay, now there are basically two terms in a ratio, as you all can see here. So what is this first term called? A. What is A called? A is called the antecedent. You can simply say first term also. But better is antecedent. Okay. What is B called? Consequent, or you can say second term as well. Okay. So, but the terminologies are important. The book may ask you what is antecedent, what is consequent. Remember, antecedent means the first one, consequent means the second one. Okay. Few things to remember here. What is important is the order of terms here, as I've already given. The order of terms in a ratio is very important. As you all can see here, A is to B is something different here, and B is to A is something different. So order changes, the ratio also changes. Okay, second point here, the ratio a ratio can be taken only between positive quantities, not for negative quantities. Remember, okay, we cannot take ratio for negative quantities, only for positive quantities. Okay, then the third one the quantities must have same units. This is very important, same units. That means, let me show you here. If weight of something is 7 kg, let's say, and the weight of A is 7 kg and weight of B is, let's say, 100 grams, then what you have to do, you have to convert 7 kg into 7,000 grams only. Okay, you just have to convert. Both are in grams only, then you can take ratio. Now A is to B will be how much? It will be 7,000 divided by 100, and that cancels, and it is 70:1. You can say the ratio is 70:1. Now let's come to the third one. Have you understood till there? Okay, if you have understood, we'll go to the next one. A ratio is a number and it has no units. Remember, absolutely. Why? Just check it out here itself, because both are kg here, and kg also gets cancelled, so simply 7:5. Okay, then let's come to the next one. The next one says, how do you simplify fractional ratios? As you all can see here, half, 1/3, 1/4. Okay, in the earlier theory you have copied, you just have to take the LCM of the denominators. What you have to do, you have to take the LCM of the denominators. Here, these three. What is the LCM of these three? 12. And when you have the LCM, you simply multiply each of these, this one, this one, this one, by 12. See, I have multiplied each of these by 12 here. 12, 12, 12, cancel, and it simplifies to become 6:4:3. Okay, so let me show you one more example on this thing only, on simplification of ratio. What if you have a 1/3 is to 1/6 is to 1/9? If you have this, then what is the LCM of a 369? You can take it, LCM of 369 here in rough, 369, you can do it. I suppose it should be at 18, but let me show you here, 3 like this. So that gives me 6, yeah, 18. So you simply multiply all of these by 18. 1/3 18 is to 1/6 into 18 and is to 1/9 into 18. So that gives me 6, and that gives me 3 and 2. So 6 is to 3 is to 2. So that's how it works. Is that clear? So you can easily convert fractional ratios by multiply with the LCM. But what if, okay, let me rub this. Okay, what if you have let's say 1/5 is to 1/6, only two terms. How do you simplify this? You may say take LCM of 5 and 6. LCM of 5 and 6 is 30. So 1/5 into 30 is to 1/6 into 30. That would give me 6 and 5. That's 6:5. But did you notice it is simply crisscross? What is it, everyone? It's simply crisscross. This goes here, this goes here. It's simply crisscross. Okay. So 1/5 is to 1/6 can simply be crisscrossed like this, and you can write it as 6:5. No need to do this method. Okay. Even if you do, it's correct, but no need to. So what will be 1/7 is to 1/6? Simply 6:7. Great. Okay, so this is how you're going to simplify fractional ratios. So there we have, I've already given the notes for this in the previous assignment that I had sent it in the website. Okay, now let's come to the composition of ratios. Very simple. Another simple concept here. Composition means many ratios can be combined, ratios can be squared, taken root, and there are names to this. Okay, so what are the names of this different composition of ratios? The first one says the compounded ratio. What is a compounded ratio? It says if A is to B and C is to D. That means you need two ratios for this. There are two ratios, then it will become ACBD. What is the sequence? The sequence is first with first. See, you can see that A goes with C and B goes with D. So ACBD. Let me give an example here. See it down here. What if it's 3:4 and let's say 2 is to 5? If you have this, then this 2 multiplies, this 2 multiplies. So what will be the compounded ratio? Compounded ratio will be 3:6 is to 5, 4, 20. Okay, so 6:20, but you can cancel this ratio. Remember, if ratios are cancelable, cancel it. So that will be 3 and 10. So what is the answer? 3:10. I hope you can see it here. Okay, so that's the compounded ratio, the first one. Great, let's go to the second one now. What is the second one? The second one says duplicate ratio. What does it say, everyone? Duplicate ratio. What is a duplicate ratio? If you ever have any ratio A is to B, square it, it becomes duplicate. Let me show you. 7 is to 6. How much does it become? Simple. 49 is to 36. Just square it. Just square it. Very simple. Then let's go to the third one. What is the third one? It's a subduplicate. See, the word sub comes, it means root here. So square root. Another example would be simply, what if 64 is to 49? What would be the subduplicate? Take the square root of 64, take the square root of 49. It will be 8 is to 7. As simple as it can be. The fourth one, it says triplicate. Triplicate means to cube. So if you have 2 is to 3, the answer should be 2 cube is to 3 cube. and that's 8:27. Very simple. The fifth one, it's a subtriplicate ratio. Subtriplicate would mean taking cube root. What do you have to do? Cube root. Then the proper one, 64 is to maybe 27. Then what is the cube roots of these? Cube root of 64 is to cube root of 27. Okay, cube root, let me do it here. Cube root of 64 is 4. Cube root of 27 is 3. So that's supposed to be 4:3. Okay, great. Then let's come to the sixth one. Sixth one says reciprocal. You know, reciprocal is quite simple. To reciprocate means to invert. So if you ever have 2:3, what is the reciprocal? Simple, 3:2. Just exchange positions. Okay, so that's B:A. So these are all different compositions of the ratio. If you don't understand this, you can repeat it, the video again, and just check it out. Okay, great. So that's what I had given in the previous in the notes that I posted earlier. Now I will teach you few sums as well here. Okay, so great. Okay, let me wrap this, and we have to solve few sums. Okay, I will solve a sum here. Let's say if you have x is to y equals to 2:3, and let's say y is to z equals to 4:7. You have this sum in your book. Then they are asking us to find x is to y is to z. How am I supposed to find x is to y is to z? Let's see. What you need to do is, I have x is to y, that means 2:3. That would give me 2/3. Then I have y is to z given, that's 4:7, that is 4/7. Now the problem here is, let me show you here, y here. Okay, the problem here is y there and y here. If you can see, you have two y's. Y is in the first one as well, y is in the second one. The value of first y is 3, the value of second y is 4. It is as if it is 3 and 4 because y corresponds this value, y corresponds this value. It's different. Now I need to make these two same. So this 3 and this 4. How can I make these two same? What is the LCM of 3 and 4? What is the LCM of 3 and 4? That's 12. So I just need to make this 12. To do that, multiply the above one by 4. 3 into 4, see this, and multiply the lower one by 3. Why? Because if you multiply this 3 by 4 here, then you will get 12. It's 12 down here. And if you multiply this 4, you can see here, by 3, then you again get 12. That's the same number. That was my target. I just wanted to make the y same. There was 2y here. This was the first y and this was the second y here. I just wanted to make these two y same. So I have here 12/12, and here I have 8 and 21. So let's combine. So now my y becomes same because y is 12 here, y is 12 here as well. So x is to y is to z will be 8:12:21. That's how we combine a ratio. Okay. Now the thing is, if it's cancelable, you can cancel. Here I don't think it's cancelable. 8/12 is cancelable, but 21 can't be. So I'll leave it as it is. Okay, maybe I'll give you one more. I'll just show you one more sum of this type. By the way, you have to copy this examples also, as I'm doing here. If a is to b is 1/4 is to 1/5, and b is to c is 1/7 is to 1/6. What will be a is to b is to c? Great. So a is to b is 1/4 is to 1/5. What can I do? Crisscross, you know it. 5 is to 4. This will go up. This will go this side. Crisscross. Then that can be written as 5/4. Then b is to c. 1/7 is to 1/6. That's 6 is to 7. Crisscross. That gives me 6/7. Check this out. The first one is b, the second one here is b. These two are b. So here b is 4, here b is 4, here b is 6. 4 and 6, 4 and 6. Check it out. What's the LCM between 4 and 6? Just take out the LCM between 4 and 6. I suppose that's 12. Okay, try to make both of them 12. So how to make 4 into 12? By multiplying by 3. So up also 3 will give me 15 by 12. How can I make the lower one? 12 multiplying 6 by 2. So 7 also by 2. By the way, whatever you do down here, in the same is to be done up here. So 12 by 14. So is the B same now? Let's check. Yes, this is 12. This is also 12. B is same because here the second one is B. This is 12. And here the first one is B. That's also 12. Okay, let's combine. So A is to B is to C would become 15 is to 12 is to 14. And that is my answer. So the same type of sum, I have solved it for you. Okay, I suppose you can easily do this type of sum. I want you to copy both of these sums. Okay, so in your exercise book. Let's go to another one. Okay, another simple one would be if 3x plus 5y and 3x minus 5y, make it a little bigger, okay, equals to 7 by 3, find x is to y. The question says so. These questions are all in your book, by the way. Okay, copy the question. How would you do it? You just have to find x is to y. Very simple. This is one of the most simple sum. You just crisscross, cross multiply. So 3 will multiply 3x plus 5y. Here 7 will also multiply 3x minus 5y because I want to group the like ones together. Okay, so 9x plus 15y equals to 21x minus 35y. Great. So let me take x that side. Okay, let me show you with a different color. Let me take x here and bring the y this side, transpose. Okay, so that would make 15y plus 35y equals to 21x minus 9x. So let's subtract. That's 0, 5, 50y. And what is 21 minus 9? I suppose that should be 12x, isn't it? So I want x is to y. X is to y means x by y. Basically, I want x by y. So there is already x here. Let's bring the y down. So x by y. I brought the y down. But there is a 50 and 12 goes down here. So 12. And when you cancel, the answer is 25 is to 6. So x is to y will be 25 is to 6. So that's how simple we can solve these type of sums here. So I suppose you have understood this sum as well. Did you understand? So if you don't understand the sums, you can repeat the video again and then just check it out. Repeat it again and see how can you solve it, or pause it, take your time, or you can maybe solve it yourself. Okay, so that's how it is possible.